Good morning, Doc's Daily Derbies, and welcome back to Fish of the Day, February 4th. This is going to be our freshwater fish, the razorback sucker. This is a really easy fish to target and identify. It might take several refreshes. It's not one that shows up a ton. It's on a lot of levels. I'm fishing it on US West 9. This is because most of the other levels it is on, it is also featured with the Apache trout. And the way I identify the fish, it also identifies the Apache trout, which is another rare. But if you want to maybe pull in both of those while you're doing this, then you can use the same method and they would both meet these criteria or this criteria because there's only one. So we are going to be identifying it with the crawfish, and it's going to be the only medium body yellow fish on the map. So this is going to be it. Now on some of the other maps, it could be the Apache trout depending on the water level, but on this map it will always only be the razorback sucker. So here we go, quick and easy. It's also a quick bite for a yellowfish. It's only about 3 to 4 seconds, where most are about 6 seconds. And there we go, our razorback sucker. And next we will be headed to South Korea 18 to catch one of my least favorite fish in the game. And I'll tell a little story before attempting to catch it, which could take a bit of time. It is going to be the Japanese bullhead. So here we go. All right, and we're back for our freshwater fish, the Japanese bullhead shark. Quick story about this. This was the very last fish in the game I had to catch, and this is back before we had the baits and the lures that had preferences. So you pretty much threw your line out there and had to wait. And this fish did not show up very often at all. And it still does not show up a lot. And I finally made up my mind I was not going to stop fishing my session until I caught the fish, and that session ended up taking me about 9 hours before one showed up on the board. And I remember about an hour or two into the game, I had two players, well-known players back then, join my room, and we were talking. I told them what I was going after, and they both caught one within about 15 to 20 minutes of entering the room, and I was just beside myself. And then it ended up taking me about 9 hours that session. But since this does not show up that much, I would recommend using a firework if you've got them, and it is just going to be shiner on bottom. There are a lot of other fish that are going to take it, so you can quick release them and let them jump. Some of them will be pretty easy to identify. The Japanese bullhead will look pretty small. So it's going to be an instant bite on bottom with the shiner, casting up bubbles. And I used a firework, so hopefully this does not take a ton of time. Again, this fish does not show up a lot. It will take line when you hook it, so if you do, there are some bottom fish that will not. And it's about a 2-second wait, it seems like, with this. And that might have been it. Definitely wasn't some of the other fish. It won't pop out of the water that much. Well, now I caught a completely other fish down there. I've lost my bub. There we go. It moved a little bit. That makes it a little bit easier. that's definitely not it. I've lost my bubbles. Okay. Goodness gracious. Two bottom fish by each other up there. And I guess a medium fish down there. I'm going to get rid of that medium fish that's near what might be the bullhead. And a tip for people who don't know, anytime you hook a fish, whether you quick release it or catch it, all your bubbles and swirls do reappear. So after I get this fish out of the water, I will get a new set of, well, not a new set, my swirls and bubbles will come out. The only one I'm seeing is right out here. And I thought it was about that 2-second bite, but now, okay, there we go. Like I said, it's a little bit of a delay, not the instant bite necessarily. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a long time since I've caught this, but I do remember it seeming like it took about 2 seconds rather than the line turning red as soon as you hit the bottom of the water. No, it's an Alfonsino. But I'm almost got it in. Another trick you could use would be underwater fishing this fish so you can see the fish you have on the line as soon as you hook it. Which is a video I could do separately on underwater fish. Alright, we'll go. I think those were my only bubbles, so we'll keep at it. Don't know how long it was since I set those fireworks off. They would be a big help here with this fish because it just does not show up a lot. A little short. I don't think that was quick enough either. I'm rusty on my timing on this. Yep. I know what that looks like when I quick release it. Thought I saw another set out this way. Definitely not an instant bite. That was definitely a quick instant bite. So there are several other fish that like this shiner on bottom though. I don't know if a shark just... I got a shark sound as I was reeling this fish in. I didn't see the shark graphic at all. It didn't go anywhere. It just stayed right in the spot. Let's see what... It should jump here soon. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. That's weird. I've never seen a shark do that. It hit the fish, and when it ran, it didn't go anywhere. I got a flash of the body of the fish, and it did not look like a Japanese bullhead to me. I know there are some rumors going around that fireworks increase shark rates, not necessarily increase shark rates. Goodness gracious, maybe so, if this is the bullhead. So the sentiment is that sharks take epic fish more than other fish, which I've not found to be true. But if this is the bullhead under here, maybe there is some credibility to that, or the credibility of fireworks increasing shark percentages. I didn't think that would be accurate. I know in the past I've done research on sharks and epic fish, and I did not find that they took epic fish. Now I'm getting a medium fish under those bubbles now. Fish has moved over. Yeah, now my bubbles are on top of each other, so I might end up having to fish out this medium fish. But now I might have a project to work on. This is not my instant bite fish. Medium fish, get it out of here. Is shark frequencies with fireworks or epic fish, or a combination of having used a firework and having an epic fish on. Who knows? It's been a while since I've had a project to work on. I'm not. See, my bubble's in the same spot. Oh, somebody did tell me, and I'm not experienced with the fireworks. I think this is what happened, that when your fireworks wear off, it refreshes your screen. I think that's what happened, because my bubbles are gone on that fish, and I think it might have been the bullhead. So we will go ahead and set off another firework. And keep at it. So I'm assuming the fireworks add like a multiplier to the current frequency of the fish. Like I said, so the Alfonsino shows up a fair amount of time on just regular fishing. So it's going to show up even more with the firework, obviously. But the bullhead does not show up very frequently. So if it's a percentage multiplier, just a multiplier, it's still going to show up less frequent than the Alfonsino. Since we never got to get that fish out of the water, but I did catch those Alfonsino, and a shark didn't take those. Oh, this seems to be coming in fairly quickly. I don't think this is our fish. Red sea bream. Bite fish. It's 5:30. Try to keep track of when I might have set that firework off to. Sea bream or an Alfonsino. I was able to see the fish flash, thankfully. That's our bullhead. So it's a pretty identifiable when it jumps up. It does come up and out of the water, and it's got a pretty good vertical jump. Almost the whole body comes out. Now I can't tell if it has moved up here, if this is it. Oh, there was another set of bubbles back there a little further. Now my bubbles are gone, so I'm kind of blind casting. It was right about out in here, but this is definitely our fish. There we go. So super easy to identify. So I would definitely do a quick release on any fish that runs, and you will know when you got the bullhead if you are able to identify the other fish that you might catch. It really looks different than any other fish when you quick release it. It does come up and out of the water almost all the way, which I didn't think it did, but almost the whole body comes out when you release it. And there's our Japanese bullhead. So best of luck and happy hunting to everybody, and also everybody have a great day. Take care.